We were created in love to then create love. We are one with everyone and everything, and that we are the I am awareness. You were thinking you weren't good enough, or they didn't really love you, or they were a player, or they were a narcissist, they were an avoidant. So all of those times, that's a story that was brewing inside of you. You are perfection. You are literally divine perfection. You and God are literally one. God literally created itself individualized as all of us so God could love something. So you are pure unconditional love. You are loved. You are whole and complete. And your entire purpose, it's all about love. Don't manifest love with your specific person from fear. If you're manifesting from pain, dissatisfaction, anger, frustration, you're mad, you're focusing on the circumstance that happened, then you are trying to manifest from pain and from the ego. There is no separation. So you're not separate from your creator. You are, again, this divine, perfect masterpiece. Anything of this three-dimensional realm where you live, your gender, your body, your name, whatever your culture is, your ethnicity, your religion, all of that is of the character, the vessel, the vehicle. It's not actually who you truly are. The personality is just an expression. You are not only that, you're a multidimensional being. When you feel something deeply in your heart, that is God communicating, this is what I want for you. This is what I've created for you. You actually get to experience health, love, devotion, laughter, joy, affection, success in whatever is in whatever you want to do. Don't limit yourself even to one way that money can come to you. Money can come to you from known and unknown channels, but have an unlimited mindset around money, that money is good, money is safe. It's good to have money. I'm good with money. I consistently receive money from known and unknown sources. My money makes money. I wake up to more and more money. Let go of the limiting beliefs that you have around money. Let go of your limits that were programmed into you. This is the same with health. This is the same with love, with all relationships. You are already love. So don't stay in your limiting ego. Don't stay in the character's fear anymore. You feel in your heart and soul that your specific person, true love, what I like to call on my channel mirror soul, you feel that they're the one. The moment that you saw them, you felt it in your heart. It was a piercing feeling in your soul. It's almost mind blowing. In some cases, like truly mind blowing, the synchronicities with your true love, with your specific person, mirror soul. The deeper that you get, something happens, and then what appears to be the illusion of separation happens, where there's a breakup. Either you ran or they ran, or maybe you both ran. Maybe there was a disagreement, an argument, a fight. You think that it was too bad, you can't come back from this. But what you're forgetting is that when you experience that with your true love, you were in your old awareness back then. You were in your ego back then. Whether you had some idea of conscious manifestation or not, whatever you experienced is still a product of your past belief system. Okay, it's teaching you this, how to love yourself, how to release and let go and forgive yourself and forgive others. That is why we're here. That is why we're having this human experience, is, again, is to love. We were created in love to then create love. Everything is all about love. If it's not love, it doesn't matter, because everything that is love is God. And so if it's not God, it doesn't matter. Release it. Let it go. It doesn't serve you. Back then, you weren't aware of who you were and what reality was and who your person was to you. But now you know. So you can let go of that experience. But what happens all the time, which is normal, so don't beat yourself up, but have some awareness of it and stop doing what I'm about to say. When you are back in the 3D communicating, you slip into the temptation of the flesh, of the 3D, and then you are forgetting who you actually are. You're forgetting that your person loves you equally as much as you love them, and that the two of you were literally created to love each other. You forget all of that because, it's easy to get lazy with our thoughts again. It's easy to want to have that temptation not to do our conscious inner work of reminding ourselves that we are one with everyone and everything, and that we are the I am awareness, that we are the light behind the vessel, that we are unconditional, pure, divine love. We forget to tap into gratitude. We forget to tap in as the creator of our experience, loving ourselves. Maybe we just get busy. And then when that happens, then we start to lose it. We start to lose sight. And then, okay, what happens? Then we fall for the illusion of the 3D again. We put all of our trust in the 3D again. And the same thing happens. One of my clients has been manifesting her true love, her mirror soul, for a certain amount of linear time. And I know that sometimes you guys want me to be very specific about the time, but I won't do that. You have to let go of this idea of time because time itself is an illusion. It's a program. All time, past, present, future, only exists in the now moment. Talking about linear time simply puts you in a state of ego in comparison mode. And haven't you seen that the more you put yourself in comparing yourself to others, it simply leads to doubt, which then simply leads to more and more doubt, that just leads to spiraling and being more fearful. And then that manifests more and more of that. Okay. So we need to pull yourself out of that trajectory and just in alignment with your power. Again, with your I am awareness, but understanding that I and my father are one, but my father's greater than I and does all the work. So my client, she's been manifesting her true love for a certain amount of linear time. I've tried to explain this to a lot of you in my video, as well as my personal one-on-one clients. And when I say what I'm about to say, I don't mean to tell you to think of your person in the way that I'm about to say. When you are in fear and you don't feel good enough for your true love, they are your perfect mirror. If you don't feel good enough for them, and you're afraid that they're going to reject you, they're going to abandon you, that you guys, because of what happened, maybe I'm not what they need. Maybe I'm not going to be able to make them happy. You even put stories around them because of their past, because of the things that happened in previous relationships of theirs, or the things that happened to them as a child, or you're labeling them as an avoidant or a narcissist or any of these labels. If you are labeling, projecting your fear, and feeling all of these things that I was just describing, and your true love, your specific person, is your divine counterpart, your mirror soul, what do you think they're feeling? If you're feeling they're not good enough, they're this, they're that, you're blaming, you're shaming, you're angry, you're thinking that they're this, that they're that, when in all actuality, they're your mirror. And because you were feeling insecure, they were feeling insecure. Because you were afraid that you were going to be rejected, they were afraid that you're going to reject them. So then you go, you guys, like, you have this back and forth, this hot and cold, this wavering in and out. They're in and out of your life. One of my clients said, in and out of my life like a revolving door. That's because when they come in, your little ego takes a hold of you. You stop tapping into your power awareness, the oneness with God, universe, source, and everyone and everything. And so you were wavering. And so you're wavering, your person's wavering. Okay. So anyway, my client has been getting closer and closer with her mirror soul. And then they end up spending time together. She gets reassurance from her mirror soul. Her mirror soul reassures her, where at some point, like maybe a year ago, this wasn't the case, but now her mirror soul reassures her that there is no one else. But every time they get close, they get together and they are intimate with each other, then, my client goes home, the hypervigilance starts within her, and she starts to feel that thing come up inside of her and starting to wonder, why is it that I'm the one who always has to reach out? So what I explained to her, what I'm trying to communicate with you is, if for this past year you guys have been going back and forth, and all of that time you were thinking you weren't good enough, or they didn't really love you, or they were a player, or they were a narcissist, they were an avoidant. So all of those times, that's a story that was brewing inside of you. So that was what you were thinking, right? But now you've come to this point, but there were all these little points of experiences you had, and you haven't let go of all this. So now you're back together again. That little pattern in your ego is still active, showing itself through your hypervigilance, through your anxiousness. But if you would just realize that all this time, your person, your divine equal counterpart, your mirror soul, was simply insecure because you were insecure, then you can safely let go of all this BS that you were telling yourself, that you weren't good enough, that they were a player, that they were a narcissist, that they were an avoidant. You can let all this BS go because it simply wasn't even the truth. They're your mirror soul. They're your divine counterpart. If you were insecure, so were they. If you're in trust and in love and you've forgiven yourself and forgiven them, so will they. If you can forget and let go of your past, of their past, of your childhood, of their childhood, so will they. Why? Because they are one with you, because they're your mirror soul. So sure enough, my client, had been reaching out to me, that, she's triggered, and all of this stuff. She eventually communicated with her person after they spent such beautiful time together. She communicated. She found out that her mirror soul was stuck in their car in a flood, and that the mirror soul explained to her, I feel so anxious. I feel so insecure. I feel so unsafe. So my client is seeing we are one. So all this time, my poor baby, this almost makes me want to tear up. When I was insecure and angry, my baby was just insecure. Don't keep seeing your person as insecure. See them as strong, confident. They're fully healed. They're fully committed to you and your life together. You have to be those things for them and for the two of you, because it's up to you. Receive the message down below. That's all I have to say for you. Me and my true love are one. I am whole and complete. My desires are done. Please add whatever specifically you're manifesting. I'll talk to you guys soon. I love you so much. Have an amazing day. I know for a fact this helped. Bye.